Take my hand. I'll lead you into death. By a Whisper in the Shadows, on AO3. Episode 21. Chapter 12. Reaper. Midoriya Izuku's rules. Hero Commission. Reaper is to wear the ankle monitor at all times. Failure to comply will result in consequences. Reaper is not permitted to leave UA campus at any time. If he has to, he must be accompanied by a pro-hero and officers. Failure to comply will result in consequences. Weekly reports, made by teachers and principal, are to be given to Hero Commission representatives. Failure to comply will result in consequences. Reaper must have a physical check in monthly with Hero Commission. Failure to comply will result in consequences. Edit made by Shouta Aizawa. Commissioned approved. Reaper is not to pose weaponry of any kind. Failure to comply will result in consequences. Reaper is not to possess any harmful materials. Razors, ropes, chemicals. If items is seen as harmful, it must be confiscated and taken note of. Failure to comply will result in consequences. Reaper is not permitted to possess any technology. Failure to comply will result in consequences. Room checks must be taken weekly. Failure to comply will result in consequences. Breaking of rules by either Reaper or UA staff will result in severe consequences. UA and Principal Nezu. Midoriya must attend weekly therapy sessions with Hound Dog. Midoriya must attend regular meetings with Principal Nezu, either alone or with another teacher present. Room checks will be taken regularly. Midoriya must attend Hero Course classes with Class 2A. Physical participation to be decided. Midoriya must attend physical checks-up with Recovery Girl. Midoriya is not permitted to leave campus unsupervised. Midoriya is not permitted any weaponry or technology. Midoriya is to be escorted at all times. Midoriya is not to provoke or injure any students or staff member in any way. Shouta Aizawa. If he has any issue, he is to come to Aizawa. They will have regular progress conversations. He must be in the vicinity of teacher at all times except when sleeping. Student rules. They are not to interrogate, question, aggravate, intend to trigger Midoriya. They are not to provoke, attack, hurt Midoriya in any way. If they feel uncomfortable at any time, they are to go to Aizawa or another teacher. If Midoriya or another student is seen breaking rules, it is to be reported immediately to Aizawa or another teacher. Edited and approved by Shouta Aizawa. Approved by Hero Commission. Approved by UA and Principal Nezu. Okay, look. As absolutely short that chapter is, I do want to talk about that one. It's short and you would think I don't need that much to talk about, but I do want to talk about. The Hero Commission refers to Izuku as Reaper. Always as Reaper. And always ends, will failure to comply will result in consequences. They are very detached in a sense, which is understanding. Principal Nezu's is very formal, but also refers to Izuku as Midoriya. Often, it's formal, right? Being like Midoriya. A lot of these are for Midoriya's well-being, right? He must attend Hound Dog sessions, right? He has to, he has to get better. He has to have meetings with Nezu. I'm guessing it is just, typical meetings, right? Room checks. And I don't think they're doing room checks because they presume Izuku to be dangerous. I think they're just doing room checks, one, for a precaution. Obviously, they're not dumb. But also to make sure that, there's nothing there that could actively harm Izuku, right? Right? He must attend the hero class. That's, whatever. Checkups with Recovery Girl, making sure that he's okay. Not being left unsupervised. Some of these are obviously just to make sure that not only is Izuku safe, but the students are safe. Again, these are reasonable, right? And they do not end with failure to comply. Well, not even at the end of the list of the UA and Principal Nezu rules does it say that. It is just, these are the rules. Simple and put. Aizawa never refers to Izuku as Izuku. or Midoriya, or Reaper, just as him. If he has any issues, he is to come to Aizawa. Basically saying like, hey, this is your rule. You can rely on me. It is the rule. Rely on me, right? They will have progress conversations. They, not Izuku, will have progress conversations with Aizawa. Very informal, very personalized, right? Obviously, I think Nezu does care. I think, maybe. I don't know. Again, it's very iffy because Nezu sometimes is good and sometimes is bad, as I've talked about in other previous podfics, right? But Shouta's is very personalized. It's very him involved, right? If he has any issues, he has to come to Aizawa. If he has any issues, he has to come to me, right? Kind of situation. He doesn't say me, right? But he says, they, as in he and Izuku. He must be in the vicinity of a teacher at all times, except when sleeping, right? Only 3 rules. And mind you, the only one I could think of that has anything to do with keeping Izuku in check in the sense of he's a danger is the last one. And even that is not far-fetched, but and even that can be twisted in the sense of they just want to look after Izuku because I don't think he's been alone except being asleep, right? And also, he's a very heavily troubled kid. Psychologically wise, he can have any trigger. They don't know his triggers. And triggers can mean either 1, he lashes out and hurts everyone, or 2, like what happened in what's it called? When he had that panic attack while sleeping, right? He just balled up and cried. For all we know, he could be a danger to himself as well, right? But most of these, it speaks a lot about how Aizawa is already starting to see Izuku more than just Reaper, or he's starting to see Izuku. He's starting to personalize himself with Izuku. He's not detached. Nezu and the UA aren't necessarily detached, but they don't have that same emotional connection, right? Maybe Nezu does to a degree because, Nezu, I feel like Nezu's gonna be good in this one actually, right? Because Nezu's gone through something similar, right? And he could maybe even understand to a degree, And then we have the Hero Commission, and fuck them. Always. Always. Also, in the hero notes, in the author notes, god damn it. It says, behind the scenes, Aizawa tearing up the first set of rules he was given because of how over-the-top and ridiculous they were. Nezu specifically gave it to him on paper so he wouldn't break the laptop. I love that. I love that. Okay. Chapter 13 will come tomorrow. So, as always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.